Nice. There we go. All right, cool. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Fitness and Fat Loss Secrets, episode number 7.
It is 7. Yeah.
7.
We'll go
7.
this way. Yeah.
7. You're at 7 already. 7. And in case you're new, we want to tell you what Fitness and Fat Loss Secrets is all about. So the big question is this: how do we lose weight while still feeling great without cheating by taking dangerous supplements, drugs, or undergoing surgeries that could really hurt us? And how do we sort through all the confusing information out there when it comes to how to eat and exercise to lose weight? That's the question, and this Fitness and Fat Loss Secrets episode number 7 has your answers. So we're excited. We're going to get rolling today. If you guys are just joining us, I want to say welcome. Thank you for joining us today. Hi, Deanna. Hi, Mark. And I know more people are just joining in here, so hi, everybody. And what I want you to do is I want you to I want you to ask your questions to us in the comment section below. And the other thing that I'm asking you to do is to like and share this Fitness and Fat Loss Secrets Facebook Live so it can help more people. All right? Do that, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. So let's get rolling. The format today will be...
We're going to right away go into some exercise form. It's going to be deadlift today. Jay's going to have me demonstrate proper form and some mental pieces that to be thinking about while we're doing it. After that, we're going to do a rapid fire 5 questions. And
5
get
minutes?
some 5 questions in 5 minutes. We're going to get those done, and then we'll be saying goodbye to, I think, you guys over here.
Yes.
And continuing on with
our member page
members
over
only,
here.
Answering a question that is a pretty underlying important question around
nice.
Health and fitness. So
Cool.
I'm excited for it.
And just so you know out there, I don't know the questions in advance. William has prepared the questions, so I'm just going off the top of my head. I'm going to answer them the very best that I can. If I fail to get the answer, I will come back and answer them in the comment section below for you to make sure we get that answered, okay?
Right.
All right, so let's get rolling.
Definitely.
So we're going to demonstrate deadlift.
Yeah.
And today we're going to be using dumbbells. So we're going to be doing a dumbbell deadlift. You know what? I'm going to adjust this camera just a bit. Maybe. There we go. Okay. I think we're better in the camera there. So we're going to be demonstrating dumbbell deadlifts. So we have a pair of 15-pound dumbbells. And whether or not you have dumbbells right now, I want you to stand up and follow along with us so that you can feel what you need to feel in order to get this exercise correct. This is an exercise that's one of the most important of all the exercises because it has to do with bending, pivoting at the hips. And there's some details in this one that are really important to keep your low back safe as you're doing this. And if you do this the right way, you develop tremendous strength in your hamstrings, so right back here, into your glutes and into the low back. So you get that whole connection, and it's how you get all the power when you're going to jump or when you're standing up out of a chair. Just a very important exercise. We'll get the details correct today. So let's go ahead and grab the dumbbells. And a couple things that I want you to do at home first. While you're following along here, I'm going to ask William to do the same things. For one, you want to get yourself up into your best standing posture. What does that look like? That looks like, you saw William bring himself up, so just bring yourself up nice and tall. You're going to draw your belly in a bit, but not all the way. You draw your belly in so that it's in just a bit, but you really want to think about just tightening up. Tightening up as if I was going to punch William in the stomach here, I would say, tighten up. So to tighten up, you can't just suck in. That doesn't work to prepare you. You have to tense up. It's kind of like the pressure you would use like you're going to poop without sending the pressure down low. The pressure stays right here in the belly. That's the pressure you want. So feel it. You should be able to, if you tap your belly right here, if you don't have dumbbells, tap your belly. You should feel that it's nice and strong. Yeah? And then the shoulders come back and down from your ears. That's your starting position. Now you're going to place the dumbbells right on the front of your thighs, just like this. And then from here, what you want to do is you're going to start sticking your butt straight backwards. So the butt comes backwards, the back stays flat, and the dumbbells are going to stay touching your legs. So the dumbbells stay touching legs all the way down. And you can see, if you just pause right there for a second, that William's maintaining a perfect flat back. I'm going to give a check of the belly. So push into my fingers. Just like that. That's the feeling right there. So what William is doing is, in fact, just pulling in a little bit, and it's slightly soft. I had him actually push. I put my fingers right into his belly, and I had him push into my fingers to tense up. That wraps around here, activates the transverse abdominis, supports your low back. Go ahead and stand back up, and we'll do it again. Now, if you can see William's knee, the knees in this exercise, they don't move at all. They stay dead still, and the motion is, let's go again, so the butt goes back, the weight stays touching your legs, we maintain a flat back, and belly is strong. It's got to stay very strong. Right now, William's using 15-pound dumbbells, which is light for him and maybe heavy for you. But it might also be light for you. The point is make sure you get the form right. A lot of people, while doing this exercise, will hinge forward, and one of two things happen. Let's get rid of the dumbbells for a second so I show a couple bad things that happen. For one, they might not keep the chest up so the back starts to round. So round your back here, start bending, and when this happens, you see this rounded back, this puts tons of pressure in the low back, and you for sure are going to set yourself up for an injury. So when you bend forward like this, if these are your vertebrae, if you start rounding out like this, you can see that the vertebrae bend like this. There's discs that we all know that live between each of the vertebrae. When you go like this, it pinches this side and starts pushing the disc that way. When you push the disc that way, you set yourself up for, what's labeled as a herniated disc. And that disc will move forward in the space and can pinch in your spinal cord and leave you feeling really sore or laid up even for a few weeks at a time. So, really important. The first thing is make sure your posture is up, your shoulders are back, the belly is strong, and go ahead and demonstrate again the correct form with the upper body. So it's going down, and it's a nice flat back. Nice flat back, we have the vertebrae that stay just like this. The disc is not encouraged to go one way or the other, and it's very stable. And in fact, that actually is very good for the low back. Very good for the low back. Will strengthen it up and will help prevent injury. So when you're doing this on your own, chest up, eyes up, strong belly, bend forward. Now the next mistake that people will make is go ahead and go down with a flat back. So we'll assume we have that corrected. Is that the arms might be out here. Now when the arms are out here, what happens is you start creating a lot of leverage, right? And go ahead and stand back up. So if you held weights right here next to your body, you could hold it there pretty easy. Now if I had William pick up the 15s, he could hold them right here pretty easy. But if I had him go like this and hold them out here, he's not going to be able to hold them for very long, if at all, out of this way. He's getting leverage against himself. So go ahead and go back down again. And it's not different in this exercise. When your arms are out this way, it's creating all this leverage against the low back out here. So you want to pull those arms in. Keep them right next to your thighs. The weight should be touching your legs as you go down. And the same on the way back up. That way you're lifting the weight, but you're doing it safely. You're not creating, you're not leveraging against yourself in this exercise. Yeah, very good. And then the last tip here with this exercise is to make sure that the knees don't slide forward. Go ahead and go down once, but let your knees come forward as your first movement. And even doing that, that wasn't all that bad. So let's exaggerate. So yes, so knees forward. When the knees come forward, what do you feel? You start to feel some pressure build up at the front of the knee there. And again, that's not the point of this exercise. The point of this exercise is to strengthen the low back, the glutes, and the back of the legs, the hamstrings. And when the knees come forward as your first movement, it doesn't do that. You just load up the quadricep and you put too much pressure in the front of the knee, and you just end up with sore knees like right here, a lot of times inside of the knee. All right, so those are your tips. Let's demonstrate one more time the proper deadlift here. So it's good posture, strong belly, shoulders are back, tighten the belly. Go ahead and bend forward. The weight stays next to the thighs. We finish with a flat back. And then stand up, the weights follow up, thighs again, and that's it. There you have it. That is the deadlift. Practice it, get it right, and as you get it right, then you can increase weights. A guy like William here, strong, athletic guy, can take that exercise and be able to lift 250, 300 pounds without much of a problem. If you're new to the exercise, start light. Make sure you get your form correct. Build up slowly over time. Give yourselves 8 to 12 weeks anyway to let the ligaments, tendons strengthen up as you develop the strength there, all right? All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Cool.
One last piece to that, I guess, the one thing, just because this is real for me, is when we were doing the bending over and pushing out with my stomach, that was really new for me. Like, I've lifted my whole life, played 2 different sports.
Yeah.
I've never been trained in on that. I was noticing I was bringing in tight,
Yep.
And then when you kept on talking about like the leverage, I noticed when I was pulling in tight, that created actually, it felt like it created more leverage on my low back by pulling my stomach in. So pushing it out, it gets rid of low back. And,
exactly, it supports the low back.
That makes a lot of sense. So a lot of people that I've talked to here that have had low back problems, and that's maybe one of the variables that contribute to why they're at where they're at. So it's
one you have to be like mindful of. So as you're doing that exercise, it's one that you have to be think about it at a conscious level for probably a few months,
right?
Until that just becomes a habit, because it's not necessarily going to be your habit right out of the gate,
right?
So
it's something that only you really know that you're doing it or not. Like that trainer is kind of tough to see. They can make reminders, but they can't really see.
You can't see it. I guarantee you can't see it. Like when I looked at I couldn't see it until I get my fingers in there and felt it.
Yeah.
So if you're out there, whether you use one of our trainers here or a trainer elsewhere, or maybe a significant other, if you're not in a gym, maybe you're working out in your home, what I want you to do is have somebody or yourself, as you bend over, put your fingers right into your belly. Push way in there so you can get to the muscle tissue, and then make sure that it feels really tight. And I guess to be clear on that, it's not necessarily sticking your belly out all the way as far as you can. It's tensing up. It's just not sucking it in won't do the trick for this exercise. So it's a tightening up feeling. And if you're unsure, see one of the trainers here or see a trainer that's near you, and make sure you get that right. It's important. All right. Hi, Mo. What's up? Hey, Maylin.
Awesome.
So let's move on. I think we're ready for 5 questions in 5 minutes.
Let's see if we can do it. All right. First question right away is, top of your head.
Yep.
Rough estimate, what is our current obesity in America?
The current estimates, according to CDC, is about 67%. So you go to Mall of America here in Minnesota, it's about almost 7 out of 10 are overweight. And then it's about half of those right now are actually clinically obese. And one quick thing that you can do out there to see where you stand is simply to get a measuring tape, put it around your middle. If that measurement is greater than half of your height, for example, I'm 5'10", so 70 inches. If my waist is 35 inches or bigger, the CDC says I will have heart disease. So that's like one of the quickest things you can do at home to just kind of see where you stand, whether you're obese or not. That's an important thing to know. All
gotcha. Right. And I'm going to throw in a different question. So if you have obesity, what does that mean for you in a quick answer?
What it means is you will have heart disease, you will have high blood pressure, you will develop possibly some other diseases too, but the CDC says that it's not like maybe you will get these things, but it says that you actually will get these things. There's a 100% guarantee of getting those things if you are clinically obese. Yeah, so it's something to take very seriously, and I'm all for being happy with the body we're in, because most of us are not perfect or near it, right? We might have a little fat here or there, but I'm not for being okay with. I'm not for being okay with having that weight that will cause you heart disease, that will cause you high blood pressure, that will lead you towards diabetes and all the complications that come with that. So it's something serious and should be taken serious. Yeah.
Definitely. Good answer. Good condensing too. All right. What are some marketed dangerous words when we're shopping that can kind of trick you? Do you have any
marketed dangerous words? Well, gosh, that's a good question. I guess things that come to my mind is sometimes when you see the words like all natural, people tend to automatically think that that's going to be something good for you, and it's not. And if you sometimes even seeing like low fat, like labels are very, very deceptive, right? So if you see like all natural, cocaine is all natural. There's a lot of things that are all cyanide, like in apple seeds and different things like that. There's different things that are all natural that can kill us. So that word doesn't mean anything. It shouldn't mean anything to you. So if you see it, don't let it mean anything to you. What's more important, I guess, when it comes to a label, is go right to the ingredient list. And if you can read everything on an ingredient list and you know what it is, then be comfortable with it. I think there's a Lara Bar commercial out there right now. It says something like dates, cherries, almonds. That's it. That's the only ingredients on the list. Well, we know what those things are, and you can feel good about eating something like that. A lot of the ingredient lists, even if it says all natural, may go on and on and on and on, has all these filler ingredients and things that could be quite harmful for you. So, I would say be aware of that. So go to the ingredient list first, and then after that you can look at things like sugars, fats, other things you might be concerned with that might be there. But look at the ingredient list first. That's your first place.
Good.
All right.
Very good. All right. Number 4. How can I aid my digestive system to make sure I'm absorbing nutrients?
Number one way, make sure you're hydrated. So what you're going to do here is you're going to take half your body weight. If you're 200 pounds, you're going to drink half your body weight in ounces of water every day. So 100 ounces of water. That's the number one thing you do to increase digestion. After that, take a very high quality probiotic, like the ones we carry here, the Designs for Health. It's a double encapsulated so that it actually releases into your intestine. Those are my 2 tips.
Yeah. Interesting. That came from a fact that I just read that in our stomach, digestive bacteria is like 10 to 1 our normal cells. It's not even us. It's actually things that aren't us.
Yes.
In our digestive system. So that's interesting to know. That's cool information.
Yep.
Okay. Last one. We'll make it work here. What food items should I always have in my grocery cart?
Perfect. Great question. Produce. That's the simplest way I can think of it. Produce. Your fruits, vegetables, 100% of the time you go to the grocery store, should be in your cart. All right?
That was an easy one.
All right, that's an easy one. So there we go. I think we're 5 questions in 5 minutes, and we're ready to move on.
That was.
I want to say thank you guys over here for stopping in. You're on our Altman Fitness page, and over here you're at our Altman Bootcamp page. If you're an Altman Bootcamp member and you want to continue on with this, move over to the Bootcamp page. If you're not quite a member yet, I want to invite you in. I'll be publishing this video shortly, and with it, I'll be putting a link for 3 free afterburn workouts. We want to invite you in and come and try us out for free. Take us for a test drive, and let us show you firsthand what we can do for you, all right? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys next week at 10:45. We'll be live again, and stay tuned. We'll be right here. All right, bye.